Bam! Welcome to another call. Thank you guys. You guys are super dedicated, love it. And I'm just going to start this off with saying the topic is pretty cool. It's about what I wanted to be when I grew up. And like I said earlier, it's more of like, not necessarily, maybe not a theory, but more of a thought process because it's perspective. So it depends on what you guys think of it or think of where you are right now. And I oftentimes hear that at a certain age, it all of a sudden becomes, oh, I don't have enough time. So I'm going to start it off with saying, I thought I was going to be a professional golfer, right? And I gave it a pretty good run, mind you, when I was younger. But I also at the same time was fighting becoming a professional baseball player. I was heavily into sports. I love sports so much. It was ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, I grew up a little bit, and for financial reasons, golf became difficult just because, my parents, we weren't in the best of situations to be sending me to a golf program, which at the time was not as accessible as I find now. Back then, it was very, very, very expensive. It's still expensive now. Don't get me wrong. Golf is not a cheap sport, especially if you're like a membership golfer somewhere, or even if you golfed enough at public courses. It's not cheap, let alone to try to go and go to classes or take lessons or get a golf pro, stuff like that. So anyways, that was my dream. And it's funny, I still think I can do it today. I still think I could become a pro golfer. And it's not because like I'm gonna just ditch everything and go golfing or anything like that. I think it's because I've learned that I could have the discipline and I still have the passion. I still have the passion for the game. I watched golf today amongst my triplets, and today was another day where from like 1 o'clock on, it was just me, and it was mayhem. But I could like focus in. I had the sound on really high, and I was listening to the Players Championship, and it just brought me back. And I was like, oh man, this is really cool that I'm feeling this today, knowing the topic that I've already posted in the morning, and then it all comes full circle. And it's just the fact of the matter is that I have enough passion that I think I could pursue it if I just decided to take the time. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to take the time, but what I mean is if we want something to happen from this day forward, we have to make a decision to take the time to do it, right? And if you're passionate enough about that, then the only variable is time. Because nothing's going to knock you off if you're passionate about it, unless you don't love it anymore. But if you truly love something and you're not dedicating enough time towards it or whatever it may be, then I think what's happening is you're letting certain things come in that don't serve you, that don't serve your dreams. And on previous calls, I remember alluding to the fact that we should be giving ourselves time to be creative, right? We always schedule block, 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 and then all of a sudden there's no blocks for something that's not creative. And creativity comes from spontaneity. Spontaneity comes from not knowing what the next hour is, or the next 15 minutes is, or like if we're depending how we're blocking our time off. So I find that if we can get back to what we wanted to be as a child, it might make us have a different perspective on what to do going forward. And we can attach it to something else that maybe is a little bit more realistic. Like if you guys wanted to be a firefighter or a police officer or something like that, well, then we got to go back to school and do all this stuff. It's not to say that you can't. It's just that that might not be where you want to be now. But I think you want today to be the day that you start thinking about that thing that you want when you're 60 or when you're 65 or when you're 70 or 75 or 80 or 85 or 90, all the way up, right? We can start today and start working towards it. The best income years, according to statistics, and best business years are from 40 to 65. And without reading and giving you stats, I give you my perspective on why I think that is. Because we've established ourselves, we've figured out what we want, we've figured out who we are, and now it's just a decision of whether we're going to actually go and get it or just stay the same. And I say stay the same because when we go and get these things, we have to change from who we were before to be able to achieve that. We have to accept that we have to come outside of the comfort zone to be able to achieve what we want going forward. Because if we just stay who we are today and what we're doing today and all these actions and everything like that, we're going to just keep getting the same things. And not to say that they're bad, it's just that if you want more, you have to change what you're currently doing. Right? It's like, okay, some things kind of take their course, and it's like we have to be okay with letting go of what can't be possible anymore for us because of either passion or limitations or time or family or financials, all that kind of stuff. You have to be okay, and then you have to look forward and see that there's so much opportunity if today we know who we are and tomorrow we know what we want. With those two things together, I think you're very much in the driver's seat to set the next 10 to 15 years of your life on fire. So when I look to myself and look around me as an entrepreneur and all that kind of stuff, and I made a post on Instagram about an hour ago or so, I said, you have to consistently be who you are. And if you do that, you will be successful in having people join you and help you, follow you, be part of your journey, be bigger than what yourself is, like be part of something bigger. But you have to be yourself. You have to be authentic. You have to be true to yourself and own up for what you're doing, but not own up to the rest of us. Because honestly, at the end of the day, we care about each other, yes. But for lack of a better term, if today was my last day and I could only spend it with the certain people that I could, it doesn't matter who you guys are. I'm going to pick the ones that I can be with, I want to be with. So what I'm trying to say is a lot goes away. A lot doesn't matter, right? What other people think, who they are. Yes, we're friends, but at the end of the day, you're going to be with who you want to be with, that serve you, and know that they love you no matter what you're doing. And that could be a friend, that could be family, that might not be family, that might not be a friend, it might be someone you don't even know, or it could be anything. But basically, what goes on from here on out is completely new. And if we sit here thinking in the past about what we wanted to be or what we are and what we could be and all that kind of stuff, you're going to stay in the past or worse. I had a conversation today with a client, and we were talking about the words that we use to express ourselves and express the situations that we're in, enjoy, and this and that. Everything always went back to, well, what I did before or in the past, and I said to the person, I said, if you continue to talk that way, you will stay here or in the past. And nothing goes forward from here. So if I constantly talk about I wanted to be a golf pro and I do nothing, I will always want to be a golf pro. I'll never change, right? Because I'm just continuously saying, it's almost like that show, I think the movie, The Truman Show or whatever, that continuous loop. You keep playing this loop to yourself and you'll always stay in that loop. I want to get better in the gym. Well, get better in the gym. Don't just say, I want to get better, right? I got to get my ass to the gym. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Go to the gym. I want to cook more meals. Find a way to make those meals more creative, involved with your family instead of just mind-numbing meal prep. You know, it's really easy. If you take 6 chicken breasts, you put 4 in the oven, you do a recipe with 2. Now you can make 2 for the family. If you're a family of 3 or me, a family of 1, 2 would feed me just right. That's about it. I wouldn't have any leftovers because that's how much I eat. But you can enjoy the process all the while an oven is doing the meal prep for you. It literally took me 7 minutes to take the chicken out of the fridge, open the wrapper, season them, put them in the pan after it preheated, and close the door. it takes 3 minutes to steam vegetables. And it takes 1 minute now to cook minute rice. No one has time to prep. No one has time to be successful. No one has time. Like, honestly, that took, and multiple things are happening at once. If you get it all out and you do it all at once, microwave, vegetables, oven, all of that shit is in a straight linear line. It's happening at the same damn time. Now you have more time to develop what you want, to be who you want to be, to read 3 pages, 4 pages of your book, to go and journal. When people say they don't have time, it's because you're constantly stuck in the past thinking you don't have it, but you're not looking to the future of how you can make it better, how you can become more efficient, how you could actually go and get your dreams that you've always wanted. You're limited by time. You're like, oh, I don't have enough time. Well, this is the problem, because the way you view time is what holds you back. If you did something for a year and got better at it 1% per day for a year, do the math. Compounding interest in a bank account. If you put $5 in the 10% interest rate bank account every single day for a year, what happens? That shit adds up fast, right? So you have to treat your action steps as compounding interest, because if you don't do it today, it doesn't start tomorrow. It doesn't start adding up tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. It doesn't start adding up till what? Today's Sunday. I'm not going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start Tuesday. It doesn't start adding up until Wednesday. You've already given up 3 days. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, right? But if you start today and it adds up today and it goes into tomorrow and tomorrow adds to Tuesday and Tuesday to Wednesday, and so on, you get the point. It continuously adds up. But the second you stop and pull the money out of the bank account, you've lost your addition. So what do you need to do? You need to section off some in a safe haven, right? That'll continuously push you and drive you. And those are your goals, your journal, all those activities continuously drive you. You keep searching for motivation. Motivation is fleeting. You will never achieve your dreams. Lisa, you won't retire, right? Sam, you won't make it back to the gym more than 14 times, right? If you consistently restart that bank account, you will always go back to nothing. I don't know if anybody's ever heard me say stack wins on top of wins. You can nod if you've heard me. No? Okay. That mindset, honestly, carries people through time and time again. Anybody have ever said that? Once they truly understood what it meant, and it's a very simple thing, you win once, you got to win twice. Okay? When you win twice, you start learning what it feels like to win. When you win 3 times, you're becoming prosperous. When we follow the line of prosperity, it goes like this continuously. It's boring as hell, okay? Because you're always winning. It becomes very boring. But would you rather win, lose, win, lose, 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 win, 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 lose, lose, lose? Be the comeback kid? Would you rather be that and go like this? No one likes this because it's not exciting. But I'm going to tell you, if you have that mentality of prosperity, you will continuously search for ways to win. And they will be presented to you. You will honestly do things in a different way than you've ever done if you adopt that mindset, and you will achieve what you're supposed to achieve in your future based on what you set up today. Okay? So keep that in mind. We're going to go to our fun activity that I said I was going to get you guys to do. So I'm unmuting everyone. If you're loud, mute yourself. Amy, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A writer. I do it now.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up now?
Who, me?
Yeah, you wanted to be a writer. You're now a writer. So what's next?
Honestly, being healthy and strong.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So a healthy and strong writer.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to write that down.
Yep.
Carrie.
Yes.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
This is kind of funny. I wanted to be a secretary. Big win.
You could be the secretary for the Prime Minister of Canada It'd be
No,
pretty
thank
big.
you.
Maybe not this one, but not this one. It's a good thing. And now what do you want to be when you grow up?
Happy.
Happy.
Yeah, that's my cop-out answer. Let's move on.
All right. Linda, Benny.
I wanted to be a police officer. Now I want to learn how to fish the water around Ontario.
Nice.
That is really cool. Now, are you a fly fisher?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah. Both.
Yes.
You do pretty much, you'll do any style that you get yourself into.
yes.
Very
Yeah.
cool. I've always wanted to try fly fishing because I'm not
It's a
good.
technique.
Yeah, I catch myself a lot when I fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I catch Mark a lot too.
Yes. Lisa.
Well, I never really wanted to be anything specific. I just wanted to get out and make money. But now
You're
I
a kid.
want.
Shut your mouth. That's bullshit.
No. And so
I'm
I
4
worked.
years old. I would just like to make money. Really?
I worked 3 jobs when I first got out of school just to get the money coming in. Now I want to be a dog trainer.
A dog trainer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, write
Mhm.
it down.
Yeah, I'm signed up for my first course.
Did
You
you
can
write it
train my
down?
dog.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, did you write it down? I want to be a dog trainer.
No, I did not.
Because I can sign up for any personal training certification course to expand my knowledge, but doesn't mean I'll actually put it to work, right?
True.
So write it down. Jen.
I'll write it down.
Yes. I wanted to be a singer
Oh,
and a dancer and a performer. That's kind of funny because I know that some people probably look at me and think I'm kind of a shy person, but when I was a kid, I wasn't. And I would like put on all these shows for my family and sing and dance and with my cousins and stuff.
do you have a video that has been put on the computer yet?
From when I was a kid?
Yeah, singing and dancing and performing.
Oh, I know my family has some, but they're probably not on Facebook or anything yet.
You should play it and just record it with your cell phone and put it up so you guys see.
Yeah, they're pretty hilarious.
I need to see this, or at least show me a personal trainer.
I've actually been thinking, like, probably for like the last year or so, that I wanted to sing again. Like, I love singing, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I used to sing sometimes with my dad's band.
Get your daughter to rap with Jen. That's amazing. I'm excited to see this video. Now you've got me. I won't let it down. I will not let it down. You need to write that down. Take singing lessons again. I'm in.
Yep.
I like it. Trish, the dark black screen.
Hello. I wanted to be a teacher, and I am an ECD, so yes, I'm a teacher of young ones. And I want to empower other people once I become confident and strong mentally and physically.
All right. Whatever you're rustling, stop fidgeting.
That wasn't me.
Okay, Jen, somebody, mute yourself. I've muted you. That's pretty cool. All right, and I didn't quite hear, you said you are a teacher. Are you a teacher at school, or are you teaching something? Sorry, repeat that.
I'm an ECE in childcare.
Awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, empowering people. We will talk.
Okay.
Sam.
I wanted to be a teacher as well.
Okay.
I went to school to be a child and youth worker, and I did it for a year, but now I work in the car industry, so. And I want to be healthy and learn how to love myself.
Do you practice gratitude?
I don't practice gratitude. That's one of my goals this week, actually, that I worked with Candace.
What time do you go to sleep tonight?
I'll probably go to bed at 10:30.
Okay. At 10 o'clock, do you have anything pertinent?
Nope.
All right. Practice your gratitude.
Okay.
Write it down. 3 things that you're grateful for. Doesn't have
Alrighty.
to be anything. Doesn't have to be about yourself. It can be anything, okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, Vanessa usually doesn't come on the mic, so if she unmutes herself, we'll take it. But until then, oh, hello? Still doesn't work. I don't think her mic works.
That was a tease.
It was. I see it unmuted. All right, well, maybe you can post it in the group. Oh, she's got a chat. Let's see what she said. My mic doesn't work. Okay, perfect. So we can talk like this. Text what you wanted to be when you grow up. Meanwhile, guys, it's a pretty cool little activity that we just did. And the only reason why, like, whether we get to do with the things that we wanted to do, but it brings your mind back to a happy place. How many people didn't smile when doing that? The only one I know that didn't smile is Trish, because I can't see it, but I'm pretty sure in behind it you were all smiling. And it's one of those things that just brings your mindset back, right? So Vanessa said, I was going to be a doctor until I realized I hated blood. Working and learning vulnerability. Linda, you're laughing at that.
Yeah, there was a couple of things that she did that, yeah, it just brought back memories. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, if you don't know, Vanessa is Linda's daughter, and she's out west, and Linda's obviously with us. So, yeah, I can imagine there's probably a couple spills and maybe some hockey injuries that drew some blood on the ice. And, yeah, doctor, maybe you could be a doctor, maybe just a different kind. That doesn't deal with blood, maybe in a clinic or something. But anyways, guys, what I really just wanted to see you guys laugh, enjoy yourselves, kind of reminisce about what's in front of you, and maybe even still have things that are possible, right? Like, oh man, the thing about it is everybody gets to an age and thinks they can't accomplish anything. Well, I don't have any more time. I'm already in my ways, set in my ways. Honestly, if you want to do something, the only thing in your way is you, right? If I look back to where I am today, I had no idea I would get into this. But when I was going through my more mature years at TD, I said I wanted to be a facilitator. I wanted to be an instructor of some sort. And I just eventually realized that it wasn't with TD that I was supposed to be a teacher or an instructor or a leader. And when that happened, it just opened up doors to a whole new life, right? It opened up doors to, I wholeheartedly know, a more fulfilling life when I stopped forcing myself to believe it was in one certain direction or it was in one certain path. There's multiple paths for you to get to what you want, but if you're not willing to try, and again, shoot first, aim second, how do you know, right? If you're always aiming, how do you know what path is right? Well, you don't. It just means that you can take one. But the only way you take it is if you actually put the foot in front of the other. Amy, you're crushing it. You want to be healthier and happier. You're doing that. You're actually taking part in everything Candace is doing and everything Fit Club is doing. You're connected. You are being exactly what you want to be successful. Because that's what you know to be true to yourself is what will deliver success, because you're starting to see it. But when you first started, yes, you were still participating, but you had no idea if that was going to lead to you continuing. Now you're bantering back and forth with Trish. You're doing all these different things. You're communicating with Robin. You're getting bashed and this and that. And you're screaming, no, leave my core alone. But if you didn't do that, I can guarantee you that you would not be as successful as you are right now. The reason why you guys are more successful than most is because you participate in this call. I can't stress it enough. And it's not because I say, different things that can help you or anything like that. Because I truthfully don't know. I talk about things that I'm enjoying. Like, that's what I talk about. I talk about things that I want to hear myself say. And not because I'm like egotistical or anything like that. It's just that I don't want to speak to you guys about something I read in a book and all of a sudden just reiterate it or try to be a professional on it and teach you. I just talk about things that move me and things that I've referenced in my own life or gone through, and they're relatable. And not every call hits it on the head for you guys. But it hits it on the head for me because it is coming from who I am. It is authentic. It is truly from me. And I know if we start doing the things that we actually make a decision on, that we love, that we're enjoying, that we're part of, life becomes better, and there's no time for the things that take you away, that don't serve you. Right? You have to figure those out, though. You have to be able to see them. You can't always just participate just because it's been thrown at you. You can say no to things to follow your dreams. The reason why we don't have enough time is because we don't say no to enough things. Doesn't serve you, don't do it. Okay? But you have to take a very large look at what serves you and what doesn't. Because some people could just say, well, I don't want to do that, so it doesn't serve me. Well, that's different. It's different when it's something you don't want to do, because you may just not know that it's actually serving you. So you have to have a little bit more connection to what your goal is, to what you want, and who you are. Until you have those three things down pat, you could potentially say no to everything because you wouldn't know. How would you know? Right? If something gets presented to you and you don't know those three things, how would you know that it's going to help? Make sense? Jen, what are you cooking?
Chicken sausage, jalapeno chicken sausage, and broccoli and brown rice.
Serves you after your lovely vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you had a good time. So the reason why I bring you back on here and unmuted everybody is because you went on vacation. You just recently made a post. Can you tell us about that post that you made?
So in the past, if I would trip up or go on vacation or and eat things that I would think I shouldn't be eating, I would get I'd feel really guilty, and then it would kind of it'd be a vicious cycle anyways, where it would kind of get me down and depressed and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so now I'm trying to think of things differently with a different mindset and say, I had a good time. I still balanced. I still ate, good things for my body as well. I still worked out while I was on vacation, and I treated myself. And I don't actually feel bad about it at all. And now I just feel really good about just getting back to my kind of, normal routines and habits that I'm in now, which involves meal prep and planning more and working out consistently and all that kind of stuff.
Now, the things that you're doing from what you used to do before, would you say yes or no that you love yourself more now because there's a lot less stress, there's a lot more enjoyment in it all versus the way you thought about it all before?
Yeah, for sure. And I think too, and I've been having a lot of conversations with Sam too, that's actually helping me too. I know she thinks that I'm helping her, but I feel like she's helping me as well. But just, loving yourself. We were talking about how loving yourself doesn't necessarily mean that you're never going to struggle and that you're never going to have ups and downs. You're still going to go through all of that. But I don't know, it's just being able to do those things, like go on vacation and not feel bad about treating yourself, and that kind of thing, not feeling guilty all the time, not feeling like you have to apologize to people all the time, things like that.
Guys, what's happening right now is a wonderful thing. We're going to get cut off really soon, but I got about 3 minutes left. When Jen said that she's talking with Sam and Sam thinks Jen's helping her, guys, you just don't know the impact you have on someone else when you're having a conversation. So when someone reaches out to help you or you reach out to get help, it's a dual relationship going on, right? It's a back and forth. We all help each other and we can all support each other. And that's love at its finest, right? It's a pretty cool thing that's happening. And at the end of the day, vacation's vacation. Do what vacationers do. Because happiness is not a destination. You can't go around the block and find it and pick it up and bring it home. You just can't. There's no end point to it, right? There's no end point to self-loving. There's none of that stuff. There's no destination that you're going to find everything wrapped in a silver package for you to open. Okay? You have to treat this journey, this lifelong journey, to find out who you are. That's your greatest gift you could ever give yourself. The earlier you find it, the sooner you get what you want. The more times you deny it, you'll get nothing. Right? Find out who you are, what you want, and go out and get it. And even if you get 1 to 3% of what you want, Linda, find out if you want to go to bed. You guys are getting tired. The yawns are going around. I'm going to cut it here. But honestly, it's not a destination. There is no destination to happiness. It's really doing the things you love more often and understanding who you are. Okay, so I'm going to go and become a professional golfer. I'm going to have dreams about it. I know it. But I need to fix this shoulder before I swing a club again because it hurts. Anyways, guys, thank you. Appreciate it. That's it for tonight.
Good night.
I will
Good night,
see you
Corey.
all this week.